Okay. Motion to adopt agenda. Is there a motion?
I so move.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion made, all in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda, motion approving consent agenda items. Do I hear a motion on that?
I move that we approve the consent agenda as shown.
Any second?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I'll move on down to guest speakers, communication informational items. So DSL notice of approval, removal fill permit.
Right.
That was just a permit that we had to get 3 years ago when we put the geothermal system in from Barry's. That just said we crossed the creek and they wanted us to monitor and make sure it wasn't washing. And it's been since satisfied, they've got pictures. And so we're released from our.
Okay. We'll move on down to public comment. Any public comment?
Bev, did you want to say something?
Well, I really am not prepared, but just to update everybody on what I know about the MC Chuck Wagon exhibit is that that Jeff and crew got the outdoor water faucet, frost-free water faucet installed, and there's a padlock on it, and Jeff is going to give me a key to the padlock. And we've got a bid in for the concrete back steps to the porch. The porch had just come to a dead end into a flower bush, and people were using it anyway, so they decided to go ahead and put a step in. So we've got a bid in on that, and I have to send that in right away. And so that'll be done, and we're hoping to get it done before the flagpole installation, which I've just heard bits and pieces about. So and we would like to do some paid publicity on that. So any information I can get on that, the better. Let me see what's going on there. I just now finished, went through the inventory. I had started it once before, and things there were tags with the wrong item on it, and then there were tags with nothing on it, and there was stuff here and there. I finally got it all figured out and got it sent out tonight. Found probably 15 additional inventory items, so they'll be grateful to know that, and you will too. I just don't have anything else, so.
Well, Beth, here about 2 weeks ago, I ran some kids off from there. They were skateboarding off the porch, jumping off the porch.
Little goobers, if I catch them, I'll break their arms.
Legs would be
So I ran
better.
them off, so I haven't seen them back.
Legs would be better.
Oh,
Can I say?
yeah, because they could still swim. Oh, I just don't know what to do about that.
I think, could we talk about something for a minute with the kids and the skateboards? Or do
Okay.
you want that? Last night, as I came around the corner there by Michelson's, there were 2 kids on skateboards. I called it in. And you know how those directional things were, they were going up on those and coming off of them. And there's traffic all over the place. And one kid fell, and I thought,
Oh,
so I called it in, but I almost think,
He was on the island yeah.
not the center one in the middle, the small ones that are coming out of,
Oh.
G Street.
on G Street where they come out there by the gas station.
Yeah.
And I thought, they're idiots, well, of course, but, yeah, they're kind of dangerous, and they're dangerous to themselves, and they're gonna hurt themselves, which we don't want, but we also don't want it to be an issue that somehow we have liability for it.
right.
we're getting ready to repaint the corners of the, like the wheelchair ramps with no skateboarding. We could throw one on there too, it would, you know, at least.
Well, that would
give us
make it
some
official, and then you could
liability.
harass
That's
them a little
true,
more.
that's true.
Yeah.
I don't really wanna
idea.
paint one around the, I guess we paint.
Do you think fake cameras would help?
Actually, that caused a liability problem. When you put a
Oh.
fake camera up
Oh.
and something happens, and then the person that, the victim or whatever, saw it and thought they were being recorded or whatever, it can be a liability issue for the person that put the fake one up.
But real ones aren't that
Depending on,
expensive.
on
Yeah,
film.
I mean, they really aren't. Cameras
Really?
anymore are not that expensive. You
Uh-uh.
can get,
Those game cameras,
yeah, those aren't very great for that kind of situation. There's a built-in delay in them.
mhm,
And so a lot of times all you'll see is an elbow or nothing. You know, I know that, I doubt there's internet there, but you can get Wi-Fi cameras for about 70
Well,
bucks
they
on
have, they
Amazon.
have, yeah, they don't have internet, they have telephone for the alarm system, yeah. But, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you can get a camera system for about 150 bucks for
Wow.
something that's decent enough.
The library's having quite an issue with kids on skateboards and this in their area too, I know.
well, that might be something too, is
Yeah.
the police department maybe can crack down on them and let
Yeah,
them
we've-
know
we've
when you
done a
have
lot of
spare
that.
time. But other thing I wanted to mention to you, Beth, is that we've tentatively set that opening, or the flag ceremony for July 22nd. It's the same day that we're having the city East Street.
great idea.
And then we're gonna do that, I believe at 10 o'clock. We're trying to get everything installed. The flagpole has been ordered, so it should be coming. And so we just have to get, well, we ordered a flag for that too. So we're working on that, but we're trying for, and I need to get with you on that, so.
Okay,
Okay,
all right,
Good.
great.
that's the date, at 10 o'clock, and it's a Saturday,
Wonderful.
okay?
Maybe we can get some VIPs here.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, we'll move on down to department reports. Scott Utley's not here, Dennis not here, Travis?
The only thing I'd like to add to my report is we have 2 of the Explorers up and going now. They are on the road, so Mike Patterson and Dave Sitzma are driving the Explorers. And so I did order Lakeview for the side so we can get that put on. And then you and I and Roberta and I have talked about adding In God We Trust to the back. I showed her a sample of what that would look like, and so we should be getting that ordered today, hopefully. And so we'll have that going in what they call athletic gold, which is basically honkers covers on the side there, or on the back. And so we'll have that going on our patrol cars here pretty soon as well. So.
Okay, we have 24-hour coverage now?
No, I'm still an officer down, and so we thought Officer Gray was gonna come back to yesterday, and he suffered another injury, so we're still waiting.
We need to get on that 24-hour coverage as soon as possible. We gotta
Since
do
I got the
something.
manpower to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we were supposed to be on it this Monday, yesterday, and
Jeff?
I don't really have anything to add. Our spring line has picked up production to where it's covering everything we're using right now. I probably noticed a little bit of air and drained into the water from coming down the canyon and tumbling in the pipe, and it's, you know, it's just an inconvenience if anything. Yeah, a lot of great water. In fact, we're turning about 250 gallons a minute back into the creek before it comes into our system, so we're well covered with 100% of spring water.
The bubbles are what tell you that it's spring water.
Yeah,
You know, that's when you know that that's what you've got.
Okay. Daryl's not here. Do we have any old business? Seeing none, okay, we'll move on to new business. First one on there is resolution entering into a contract agreement with Business Oregon, which is resolution 901. That's the right one?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is for the extension for Red Rock when they come. We've gone over the contract, Jeff's gone over the contract for legal. He did say that we could go ahead and pass it based on his legal opinion letter that he has to get out, and he's working on that right now. But it does stipulate in that contract that if they don't come, we don't have to spend the time on it. So we're not out anything, we don't have to start anything while we're here, so.
Okay.
I would make a motion that we approve resolution number 901, the matter of the town of Lakeview authorizing the loan from a special public works fund by entering into a financing contract with the Oregon Infrastructure Financing Program.
I hear a second.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded, those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Next one is resolution 902, in the matter of, number 1, to owner engineer agreement, that's the head start, that's resolution 902. I hear a motion on that.
I move that we approve resolution 902 in the matter of amendment number 1 to owner engineer agreement for the OCBG grant for Head Start.
I hear a second.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, we have a co-ed meeting Friday the 12th, Lake County Commissioners meeting room. Maybe we'll find out more on our paving at the end of North J.
So, yeah, I sent Jared Johnson an email today. He's been supposed to get information on the intersection by, what street is it?
Missouri and.
Missouri, yeah. And he said that they have some maps. He had hoped that they'd be able to have somebody come down and survey it, but they have some really good maps. And so I asked him to please bring those tomorrow, because we have our regional solutions team tomorrow at 10 o'clock at the courthouse also. So hopefully he'll bring some maps and we can kind of identify some areas and whose ownership it is, hopefully.
Yeah, because that may not be our problem. There's been, it's possibly an approach, and it could be the state highway. So if we get them paved, that's a little better.
We have to wait another 6 months.
And the WCCF for the flag presentation, that was yesterday. So we'll move on down to the manager's report.
Okay. Couple things that I just needed to add to my report and discussion would be, we need to determine the pool opening days and the
Yes.
celebration. I've talked with a couple people, and Sharon, you've been kind of involved with that. School gets out the 15th of June, so as far as opening the pool up for regular full-time swimming is probably not necessary, but I still think that the swim team, come in with the existing lifeguards so that they can get a couple weeks in. It's what we're hoping for. Jeff said we fill it up on the 1st, or around the 1st. So our thought was to have the pool opening party on the 11th of June, and then open up the pool formally on the 19th. But that's, you guys can give me your input, you're welcome.
So the 11th of June, that, okay, well, I'll have to get a hold of the Saturday market crew, get a hold of Karen Zamudio and let her know. So I don't, do we have a pool manager?
We're working on it.
We held interviews yesterday, and we're holding interviews again tomorrow, and then we should kind of know where we are.
Okay.
2 or 3.
The thing about the opening on the 19th is we really have to schedule our training session with the Red Cross person, so that could skew it either way. And so we need to make those arrangements as soon as we can get those done. The only thing we've got in the operation right now is somebody from Bend who is willing to do it, but they kind of want us to come up to Bend, and I don't know how we take 10, 12 kids for 3 days to Bend.
And actually, we have the same person
I do have her
from.
schedule.
You got
Yeah,
the same that
and
we
it
had
is
in
the
the
week
past.
of the 19th
Mhm.
though, but not
She's
all the
scheduled.
lifeguards are gonna be required to do it, so it's still.
Yeah, we have several that
Yeah.
have current,
So we can still open on the 19th
Okay,
with the lifeguards that are already trained.
so when does the training take place?
That's like the whole week of the 19th.
She had it down.
The whole prior week?
No, the 19th is as soon as you can do it, and we've been
Yeah.
calling for 2 months.
Amy's called.
So how do we have the training while we have the opening with kids in the pool?
Well, because we already have some lifeguards that are certified.
So they.
So they'll do it in the mornings is when she's been doing.
Okay, okay.
Or
As long
late
as
in
that
the
works
evening.
out for people, but we're still going to be training 8, maybe 10. Okay.
Does that
We scheduled
sound
for
okay?
next year now.
So, I think I missed part about the swim
We could get them
team.
earlier.
Yeah.
We'll have the lifeguards that can fill in so that the.
Between the
swim-
first
yeah,
and,
right, give the swim team a couple weeks of practice at least before their first meet.
We have to sit down with the
Yeah,
swim
you'll have
team
to
and
sit-
find
yeah,
out
that's fine.
if their kids are willing to do it. Frankly, if you told me that before school I could be there at 6:30 in the morning and then do my swim team practice and then leave, go to school, I wouldn't be happy. And I also wouldn't be happy if some of those girls, or some people are track. Of course, track might be finished by then.
Should be.
Should be.
So after school, maybe is our best bet, but we need to make sure we can schedule it. And it may not be the best option for the swim team in practicing for their first meet, but it is what it is. We're all working around that. This is the latest I can remember the school closing. It's always same around
Congratulations on the
anywhere.
10th.
Yeah, anywhere from the 8th to the 12th is usually and 12th is usually late. This is late.
So, that was, are you guys all agreeable with the tentative opening and the party and stuff?
On the 11th.
And then, there is a meeting, it's the regional, LOC regional meeting, which will be held in Malin on the 16th of May. No, on the, I had to do that, where's it at? On the 8th. There it is.
June 8th.
Yeah, and it's in Milan, and the league puts it on. I don't know if you guys have ever gone to that or not, but, you know, counselors and managers go and kind of get an update from the LOC on things that are happening. So if you guys are interested, let me know. I try to support those. You know, so I think it's from, starts at 10 to 1, it's 10 to 1 or something. It's not 10. Oh yeah, you guys have it on YouTube. So. Thanks. And then just the board meeting Friday and the regional solution meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Both days, 10 o'clock. And that SCOED one, I'm not sure, they were putting some stuff out that I'm not positive it's happening, so check. But I hope it is. Yeah. And then the other thing that I need to say is next week on Tuesday, we need to work. We've got several things that we need to discuss. One of them is this, everybody should have this legal guide to the lodging tax. And I just studied that a little bit. We'll talk about that, and then the marijuana, how we can get that amended, changed, same whatever council wants to do. We need discussions on that, and I'll be meeting with Jeff on Thursday to talk about that further. We've been gathering information, so that. And you usually have your work sessions at 3, so you want it at 3 next week? Does that work for everybody, or 4?
It won't be.
You won't be good.
You can kind of count me out for the rest of the month, actually.
Well,
fine
trying
with
to
me.
check. I've got the schools. Is that the 16th?
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't got it set in stone how long they need me at the school for this, for the career fair, but
Oh, I'm
I've got
supposed to go
speaking
to
to
that
kids.
sometime too.
Yeah, so, and then I have planning commission that night, so it'll be a crazy day. And then out on Monday on the doctor.
Well, if there's another date that's better, another day that's better, I mean, whatever works for you guys. But we need to get some of this stuff nailed down. And on the 23rd, my facility, I scheduled a budget meeting that night for, instead of the, so that's kind of a conflict. My mistake. So we'll have budget meeting at 4 instead of council. But I think, hopefully I'll have it together. Hope on.
I'm sure.
And that's all I had to add to that.
Okay. I attended the ceremony yesterday for the flag and award ceremony this morning out at the Warner Creek Corrections. And it was a very good ceremony, and I met with some of the top officials from the state. And we talked a little bit about that out there and what's done for our community. And it's been well accepted here. And that's about all I have.
The next UPAC meeting was scheduled for the 17th and it's been canceled, so I won't be attending that. And we have already talked that we are doing the interviews for the pool. We've let our interviewees know that, because several of them are returning, that we have some new policies and some new concepts that we're going to institute, and there's going to be a little tighter rein, I think, on the pool. And I guess that's about it.
A lot tighter.
Norman?
A lot
I
tighter.
don't know anything this time.
Mike?
Okay.
Can I pass this around? I need your signature, Mayor, right here, and then 2 of the councils, I don't care which 2, it's for that loan grant thing, water sewer extension. Not you. I know where you work though. I know where Mike works, so I never know.
You don't want to sign this, so I get to, and so we're liable.
Yeah, you
No, we're
two,
alive,
you two are stuck in one spot. She's gone. It's
Yeah.
off. You know where she's gonna be.
He's president.
He was
Yeah,
serious.
I'm sure.
Wow.
Hi, darling. We're still forward to that, though. And where did we confirm, are we gonna do the work session at 3 next week?
Is that all right with everybody? What do you think? I mean, we have to.
What's our
get
main
this on.
topic? What's our main?
One is talking about this transient lodging tax, and the other one is the marijuana for recreational. Establishing, we've had some requests from the public on that, and we just need to go over everything, make sure we're on top of it.
So that's really a change in our own regulations, policies.
What happened
Primarily.
is when the original ordinances were adopted, it was strictly medical. But now that Oregon has allowed recreational, we need to make sure that our ordinances all comply with everything. And it's not just specific, because it isn't specific anymore. So,
But we established a certain number of our own guidelines, I guess you
Right.
could call them.
Right.
So do those stand in effect, or do we have to redo that as well?
there may be a couple of changes, but right now it's 1,000 foot from a park, which means like and have it near the pool, or, you know, different areas, and so we want to make sure that we are doing what the OLC's requirements, you know, maintain too, so.
Yeah, because the OSU Extension Office and Goodwill are both classified as teaching centers.
Not as,
They won't
not
class.
not by the state of Oregon.
Yeah,
They're not.
not.
According to what they told me down at the school, they are,
No, they're not. You need to check with the state of Oregon.
Yeah, we can check on that, but
because they hold classes there for the students.
It doesn't make any difference. It's not.
I'm not sure on that, but we will find out and we will
Yeah.
be discussing that.
Okay, do we have anything else?
I got one other thing I meant to mention. I'm working with the chamber on July 15th. We're gonna do like a law enforcement appreciation kind of a fundraiser thing. So we can fundraise to keep our helmet program going. And so some of the activities that they have planned is like a relay race between the Lakeview PD, Sheriff's Department, OSP, held at Seroptimus Park. Other activities they're gonna plan on that as well. And then we're gonna do some sort of a dinner at the Elks that night and do like a tip-a-cup program where we come out as law enforcement and we're the wait staff. And so people tip us and those tips go into the fundraising to help raise money to keep our helmet program going.
So that's a good program, I like that.
Yeah, it's been very nice. We've had it for more than 15 years and I'd like to keep it going, so. We're looking to raise between $3,000 and $5,000 hopefully.
Well, good. We have
That was the
anything else?
14th or 15th?
The 15th of July.
Hearing none, then we'll close the council session at 4:27.